Hello and welcome to day 56. This is the last day of week number 8. Tomorrow starts week 9. Crazy. Anyway, uh, hey Jeff, welcome. Hope you're having a good day. Uh, we're going to kind of continue on. We went back and worked on Happy Birthday yesterday. And while it wasn't as big of a crash, it was still somewhat of a crash. So I'm not giving up on that. I just decided that maybe I should not do that for a little bit because it was kind of making me frustrated. And, I have to realize that putting two hands together is hard for anybody, especially when now that we're starting to do chords rather than, fingers and some other stuff like that. Uh, it's going to take some time. But we're just going to kind of move on. And like I said, we're going to come back and we'll go over that. I also wanted to kind of scratchy nose. Somebody's talking about me. Anyway, I think that's what that means. Either that or money. We'll figure out. I'm going to jump into the practice session. I wanted to kind of go in and talk about a couple things. So we are started. Am I in the right? Yep. Making sure I'm the right person. Um, we're in stage 2, and we got up to where we're practicing with the right hand. And what's interesting, if we go back to the beginning, of this section, it talked about getting your fingers in position, doing very simple things, playing repeating patterns. We did chopsticks, and then we went into a 3-finger song. They started talking about call and response. Um, they introduced dynamics of how hard you hit the key produces, louder sounds or softer sounds. Uh, Talking about matching the notes and the colors, kind of helping you get along. They started introducing actual music, staff lines of music, sometimes rather than the dropping characters. We've done some challenges in there. We did the lovely happy birthday, which we won't talk about at the moment. Um, Started going to practicing with 4 fingers and playing songs with 4 fingers and working on stuff. What's interesting is we come down here, once we get through this course and we go into the next series of lessons, now they're introducing 5 fingers. And now they're talking about teaching scales and a song in major and minor scales. Again, working with a song that fills in that stuff. Then we're going up to songs with 5 fingers, 5-finger practices. We're doing Twinkle Twinkle Little Star. So it's starting to build more and more and more on the concept of music theory. When we get up to course 7, we're now talking about jumps and steps and playing octaves and exercises with the left hand and stuff. So I'm really excited and impressed with where this is going now because of the fact that it's building on what I feel like really learning the piano and the music theory that goes behind it and all that stuff. So that's kind of exciting. One thing I wanted to do, since Val is now back from her Grammy running around, congratulations, Val, last night on singing at the premiere show, and then having Michael up for a Grammy nomination. Even though he didn't win it, it's still a huge, huge, huge accomplishment. And getting out there and getting his name, I have a feeling that probably next year he's probably going to get a Grammy because people have started taking notice of him and discovered who he was and started listening to his music. So I think it's just around the corner. Next 2026 is going to be the good year. Anyway, hey Val, hey Val, hey Val, hey Jeff, and hey Obs. Might as well go through the list while we're all here. One of the things I wanted to do is I wanted to go way back to the beginning of the stage 2 session. I played a song, and it was a song that Val has been asking me to play, and so she wasn't around when I did it. So I'm going to go back, I'm going to play that song, and then we'll start in with today's lesson. But this is for Val. I'm going to jump ahead.
Hi, Ben here.
Okay, we're done with Twinkle Twinkle. You've gotten your Mary Had a Little Lamb. So we're going to jump down here to where we left off. So we were doing four-finger practice, as I said. So we're going to jump in here. We've gotten new goals for the week too, as we can see down here. So this week we have to accomplish 2 song lessons, which we'll do very quickly. We'll probably have that accomplished today. We have to do 2 song challenges, which are at the end of each course. And then we have to complete an exercise challenge. So we'll dig into more of that as the week goes on. So anyway, let's jump into see where we're at here.
Let's learn another song for 4 fingers using C, D, E and F. Listen to the first part. Now play along with me. We'll play this part twice. The next section has some jumps and rests. We also play this section twice. Give it a try.
I have no idea what this song is going to be.
Now try playing through the whole song.
I'm getting better at counting, I think. Some days. Okay. Oh, we're going to learn a song.
Hi, Max here. Today we're going to be learning Watermelon Sugar by Harry Styles. It was a big summer hit with its nostalgic chords and fun, catchy lyrics. In today's lesson, we'll be learning how to move between 4 different chords. We have a D chord here, an A chord up here, a C chord here, and a G chord here. I'll show you briefly how it looks in the song, and then we can give it a go practicing the hands separately. We start with a D, then we add the chord on top. We move down here to A. We move up here to C. Then we move down here to G. We're going to learn how to move between that chord progression, split the chords between the hands, and also make sure that all the notes come down at the same time. Now that we've had a look at the chords in the piece, we'll break it down hand separately. Let's start with the left hand with our thumb on D. Then we'll move down to A with our middle finger. Then we'll use our thumb again on C and move down to G again with our middle finger. Let's try that all together. This time, I'll introduce a count so we can hold the notes for as long as needed. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4.
So if you hit the right notes.
Once you practice that left hand a few times and you get used to holding down the notes, let's have a look at the right hand.
Tastes like strawberries on a summer evening, and it sounds just like a song.
We start with an F with our thumb up here. Then we're going to add A with our middle finger right here.
A.
Try playing those two one after the other, and then try playing them together, making sure that you hit both notes at the same time. Then we'll do the same thing, but we'll move down to C, using the same fingers. So our thumb on C, and our middle finger on E. Then play them together. In the next part, we use the same notes and the same fingers, C and E. The last part of this section, we're going to use our thumb on D and our middle finger on G. Play those one after the other and then at the same time. Let's try that whole right hand section together.
Sure.
Days like strawberries on a summer evening, and it sounds just like a song. I want more berries and that summer feeling. It's a wonderful and warm.
Once you practice the right hand a few times and you're used to playing both notes together,
That again.
Days like strawberries on a summer evening, and it sounds just like a song. I want more berries and that summer feeling. It's a wonderful and warm.
once you practice the right hand a few times and you're used to playing both notes together, let's put the left hand and the right hand down at the same time.
This should be
We
fun.
start with the left, then we add in the right. Let's try this exercise a few times together. So our left hand should be ready with our thumb on D, and our right hand should be ready with our thumb on F and our middle finger on A. Let's just take it one section at a time. Play the D with your thumb, and then play the F with your thumb in the right hand, followed by the A. Like this, making sure to hold the left hand note as long as possible. Let's try that one more time. When you're ready, move down to the next note in the left hand, which is A, with our middle finger. And we move down to the next note in the right hand, which is C, with our thumb, and E with the middle finger. Let's try that one more time. When you're ready, all you have to do is move your thumb in the left hand up to C, and we keep the same right hand notes. And then finally, we use our middle finger all the way down to G, and your right hand thumb moves to D, and your middle finger on G. So the whole progression looks like this.
Sure it does. Oh my God.
Practice each part of that section on its own, and then when you're ready, try putting the whole thing together.
I want to use different fingers than they're using.
Tastes like strawberries on a summer evening, and it sounds just like a song. I want more, but tastes like strawberries.
I don't think we're quite ready to go full speed with music and everything. Let's see. Try this again. On screen. Stop. Really? Ugh. I wish there was a way to like slide the thing back. I don't want to. See what happens.
Tastes like strawberries on a summer evening.
Okay. This come. Now what? Really? Did I break you?
Tastes like strawberries on a summer evening, and it sounds just like a song. I want more berries and that summer feeling. It's a wonderful.
Once you've had a go at playing the left-hand note and the right-hand chords one after the other, let's try putting everything together. Again, we'll play the left hand first, then add the right hand as a whole
Didn't
chord.
we just do that?
We start with D and F, still just using 1 and 3 in both hands. And it looks like
Yeah, I know. It's like, it's true, Jeff. When you, see if I can do this. Bingo. It's like you play the right hand, get that down. You can play the left hand, you get that down. And then it's like when you try to put the two together, it's like, did we even just practice this thing? It's like somebody changed the notes or did something. It's just, it's kind of hysterical. It's kind of getting this hand, the mind, and this hand to work together. And I've come to the conclusion that since I'm right-handed, my right hand and my brain are besties. You know, they get along really well, they communicate, they talk. The left hand is the outsider. And so when the left hand gets brought into the picture, these two don't want to talk to that hand most of the time. And then this hand just decides to do its own little thing. So it's like, it's hysterical, but we're getting there. It just takes practice and continuing to work through everything and test it and all this stuff. Oh, this is interesting because I'm seeing more comments up in my studio window than I am seeing in my eCam window. Interesting. Anyway, we've been playing for about 20 minutes today. I think we're going to end it here. Let's see, how did we do today? We didn't get our, I'm going to have to practice a little bit more. We didn't get our, which seems weird. We didn't get our full 8 minutes in, but we're getting there slowly but surely. It's starting to build. I've been trying to do, you know, off stream, doing some chord practicing and trying to, you know, limber up my fingers. I'm kind of excited coming up here in a couple of lessons where we're going to start doing more octave and fingering work and stuff like that. So I think that will help over time. And I like how they're gradually introducing bits and pieces and getting you used to things. Hopefully, by the time we get there, my brain is going to be willing to work with both hands instead of just the right hand. But anyway, yeah, it's with the full piano. It's huge. Like I said, the pressure. I've lost the word, but when you press the keys, the resistance, the weightedness of the keys on this keyboard as opposed to the two piano M's is massive. It makes a huge difference. I love the piano M, and I've played with it a couple times to tinker around and stuff like that. But this keyboard is the feel of it is it's much closer to a real piano. Plus the keys are a little bit wider. These are closer to a real piano. They're not quite there, but they're very close to the size and the weight of what an actual piano would be if you were playing it. So anyway, we're going to stop there. We're going to bring this back up tomorrow. Tomorrow we'll start the new schedule. I think I've got to check a couple things, but I think we're going to be on at 2 p.m. tomorrow afternoon if everything goes according to plan. I'm going to publish the schedule first thing tomorrow morning, and then I'll schedule the stream out, and so you'll know when that pops up. I'll also put the schedule into the community tab here in the YouTube channel once I confirm everything for next week. There's a couple dates. I know next Sunday I'm going to do a earlier, probably 10 or 11 in the morning, because I'm going to be gone in the afternoon. So there's some things moving around this week that I need to kind of make sure I've got sorted out before I publish the schedule. But right now, everything looks good for being on at 2 p.m. tomorrow afternoon. So we should be good to go with that. Anyway, I want to thank you again. If you're new here and you want to join my mailing list, I dropped a link to that in the comment section or in the chat. Feel free to sign up. And like I said, you'll get a schedule once a week of what's going on and kind of a summary of what's happened the past week, and then maybe a little view into what may be coming up in the coming week. Anyway, thanks again for joining me, and we'll see what happens. Yeah, this keyboard is true. You have the pressure that let's go back to you have the pressure of how hard you push on the keys, and then depending upon the sound that you're playing with, you can wiggle the finger or the key, and it will shift it, a half tone, depending again on the sound that you're playing and all that stuff. So yeah, there is a lot of cool features. And then one of the things I'm going to do here down the road is I'm going to step away from the Learn program and show you some of the cool stuff that happens with the airwave when you hold keys down and then you start moving your hands, bending your hands, moving your hands back and forth, grasping your hands. It changes the sound and what the keyboard sounds do and happens and all this stuff. It's almost like conducting an orchestra. It's so cool. So we'll be playing around with that once I get a little bit better with playing notes on the keyboard. Anyway, thanks again for joining me, and we'll see you tomorrow. Take care. Thanks.